The Everly Brothers were an American country-influenced rock and roll duo, known for steel-string acoustic guitar playing and close harmony singing. Consisting of Isaac Donald Don Everly, born February 1, 1937, and Phillip Phil Jason Everly, January 19, 1939 to January 3, 2014. The duo was raised in a musical family, first appearing on radio singing along with their father Ike Everly and mother Margaret Everly as the Everly family in the 1940s. When the brothers were still in high school, they gained the attention of prominent Nashville musicians like Chet Atkins, who began to groom them for national attention. They began writing and recording their own music in 1956, and their first hit song came in 1957, with Bye Bye Love, written by Felice and Boudleaux Bryant. The song hit #1 in the spring of 1957, and additional hits would follow through 1958, many of them written by the Bryants, including Wake Up Little Susie, All I Have to Do Is Dream, and Problems. In 1960, they signed with the major label Warner Brothers Records and recorded Kathy's Clown, written by the brothers themselves, which was their biggest-selling single. The brothers enlisted in the United States Marine Corps Reserve in 1961, and their output dropped off, though additional hit singles continued through 1962, with That's Old Fashioned being their last top 10 hit. Long-simmering disputes with Wesley Rose, the CEO of Acuff Rose Music, which managed the group, growing drug usage in the 1960s, as well as changing tastes in popular music, led to the group's decline in popularity in its native U.S. Though the brothers continued to release hit singles in the UK and Canada, and had many highly successful tours throughout the 1960s. In the early 1970s, the brothers began releasing solo recordings, and in 1973 they officially broke up. Starting in 1983, the brothers got back together and would continue to perform periodically until Phil's death in 2014. The group was highly influential on the music of the generation that followed it. Many of the top acts of the 1960s were heavily influenced by the close harmony singing and acoustic guitar playing of the Everly Brothers. Rolling Stone ranked the Everly Brothers #1 on its list of the 20 greatest duos of all time. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of the inaugural class of 1986, and into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2001. Don was inducted into the Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum in 2019, earning the organization's first Iconic Riff Award for his distinctive rhythm guitar intro to the Everly's massive 1957 hit, Wake Up Little Susie. Don was born in Brownie, Muhlenberg County, Kentucky, on February 1, 1937, and Phil in Chicago, Illinois, on January 19, 1939. Their parents were Isaac Milford Ike Everly Jr., a guitar player, and Margaret Embry Everly. Actor James Best, also from Muhlenberg County, was the son of Ike's sister. Margaret was 15 when she married Ike, who was 26. Ike worked in coal mines from age 14, but his father encouraged him to pursue his love of music, and Ike and Margaret began singing together. The Everly Brothers spent most of their childhood in Shenandoah, Iowa. They attended Longfellow Elementary School in Waterloo, Iowa, for a year, but then moved to Shenandoah in 1944, where they remained through early high school. Ike Everly had a show on KMA and KFNF in Shenandoah in the mid-1940s, first with his wife and then with their sons. The brothers sang on the radio as Little Donnie and Baby Boy Phil. Ike, with guitarists Merle Travis, Mose Rager, and Kennedy Jones, was honored in 1992 by the construction of the Four Legends Fountain in Drakesboro, Kentucky. The family moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, in 1953, where the brothers attended West High School. In 1955, the family moved to Madison, Tennessee, while the brothers moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Don had graduated from high school in 1955, and Phil attended Peabody Demonstration School in Nashville, from which he graduated in 1957. Atkins introduced the Everly brothers to Wesley Rose, of Acuff Rose Music Publishers. The Everlys signed and made a recording in February 1957. Bye Bye Love had been rejected by 30 other acts. Their record reached number 2 on the pop charts, and number 1 on the country and number 5 on the R&B charts. The song, by Felice and Boudleaux Bryant, became the Everly brothers' first million seller. Phil and Don pursued solo careers from 1973 to 1983. Don found some success on the U.S. country charts in the mid to late 1970s, in Nashville with his band, Dead Cowboys, and playing with Albert Lee. The brothers' reunion concert at the Royal Albert Hall in London on September 23, 1983, which ended their 10-year-long solo careers, was initiated by Phil and Don alongside Terry Slater, with Wingfield as musical director. Phil Everly died at Providence St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank, California, on January 3, 2014, 16 days before his 75th birthday, of lung disease. Phil's widow Patty blamed her husband's death on his smoking habit, which caused him to develop chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Phil's last public appearance was in 2011, at Buddy Holly's induction to Hollywood Boulevard Star Walk of Fame, and he was then struggling to catch his breath as he addressed the crowd. Patty established the Phil Everly Memorial COPD Foundation in 2014. Don said that weak lungs ran in the family, as their father, Ike, had died of black lung disease. He admitted that he had lived a very difficult life with his brother and that he and Phil had become estranged once again in later years. Don also stated he had not gotten over Phil's death, saying, "I always thought about him every day, even when we were not speaking to each other. It still just shocks me that he's gone." Don added that he always firmly believed he would die before his brother because he was older than Phil. In a 2016 interview, Don said he was still coping with the loss of Phil and that he had kept some of his brother's ashes in his home. He added that he would pick up the ashes every morning and say good morning, while admitting that it was a peculiar ritual. Don Everly attended the annual Music Masters as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame paid homage to the Everly brothers on October 25, 2014. Don took the State Theater stage and performed the Everly's classic hit Bye Bye Love. On June 20, 2018, Don Everly joined Paul Simon on stage during Simon's Nashville performance on his farewell tour. They performed Bye Bye Love. This is the most recent known performance by Don Everly. On June 25, 2019, the New York Times Magazine listed the Everly brothers among hundreds of artists whose material was reportedly destroyed in the 2008 Universal fire. Goodbye. The Everly brothers. Thank you for watching.